Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Welcome to Pokemon Partners, our new Pokemon feature in our stream. Development of something we've already had, but now being officially released. If you've heard about it before, great. If you've never heard about it before, even better. I'm gonna get you up to speed with this beautiful presentation that I put together in PowerPoint. And as you're gonna expect from a beautiful presentation in PowerPoint, it has the best transitions you've ever seen. Look at that. Oh, it doesn't launch. There it is. Oh, wonderful. So, why is all of this happening? What the hell is Pokemon Partners? And why are there even Pokemon? And I don't even understand any of it. 2 years ago, in 2022, we had our stream number 151. And for that, I thought it was funny to assign 151 viewers to 151 Pokemon of the first generation. Random idea. And because it was a random idea, we never really followed up on it. So, some of you got a Pokemon, but they didn't really know what it does and why they have it and what we do with it and if they can trade or something. And we never really had an answer. Now we do. So what we're doing now is we're revamping the system. We are basically actually creating a system that actually lets you build a connection with your Pokemon and actually makes your Pokemon important. I'm very excited for this. I hope you are as well, just like this transition. So what is happening? We're introducing Pokemon Partners, official trademark that was very expensive. This will work like a live service. So there's going to be a first release right now, which creatively is called Route 1, which is basically a version 1. Has base features that we can build on in the future, right? Like I said, we're building a platform. We have a few things that we already have right now, and we're gonna build on it. What do we have already? The chat overlay. I've teased it on stream. Some of you have seen glimpses of it. It is a tailor-made chat overlay that I don't think anybody in the world has. It puts a Pokemon next to every chat message that you send. So when you send one, and like there you see that dragon there, it's your Pokemon. It's gonna appear next to every chat message you send. There's a little Pokeball signaling you're a subscriber. The chat color is the color of the Pokemon, all of that. It's gonna look really, really dope once it's final. So this is, a big reason why you would want to have a Pokemon you like. We've already done card openings, right, where your Pokemon was on cards. We've already done community battles in Pokemon Stadium, where you beat the hell out of each other as a community. That is what we already have. Now let's look at what we can get in the future. Just a few ideas. One is we could host special events where you can catch some of the legendary Pokemon. Two, we got to talk about future generations, right? We kept talking about Generation 1, but so many crowd favorites, you see some of them there, only were released later, Gen 2 to Gen 9. Also, it could be fun if we can get a system where you can train your partner. So this is just 3 ideas we already have. You guys are going to come up with more. We are going to come up with more. So I hope you see that this is, the beginning of something that I hope is going to be very, very fun. Wasn't that... Did you see that transitions out of this world? So Route 1, Road to the Draft Lottery. This is the big goal. This is the big event we're looking forward to. I'm going to tell you about. How do we get there? There's a timeline. It's already started, by the way. It started 1 week ago, 29th of September. So what happened since then, since that stream? You guys are collecting loyalty points, which we call EXP, as in the games, whenever you watch the stream. So for every minute you watch, every minute you hang out, you get points. And you can get even more points if you subscribe, if you gift subs, and if you cheer. However, coming to the streams is the most important things, and that is absolutely for free. Everyone can do it, so everyone can participate. Another important deadline is the 30th of October. This is the date until which those of you that already own a Pokemon, from our previous assignment, have to tell us whether you want to keep that particular Pokemon, or if you want to take part in that draft lottery and everything else there's to come where you can get new random Pokemon. If you decide to keep yours, you can basically also stop watching the video, because then nothing of this is relevant. You're just going to keep it and you're like, done. Nothing impacts you. You're protected. We wanted to have that so you don't lose what you already grew attached to. And then the pick, and this is the exciting event, late November, early December, we're going to schedule this well. This is where we do an event called the Draft Lottery, where you get a chance to get your favorite Pokemon in a draft if you are, amongst the leading viewers in the loyalty table. What is the Draft Lottery? You may wonder. I hope you wonder. It is a bit like a game show kind of principle. Some of you may know draft events from, sports. This is kind of similar principle. Let me put on the game corner music from Pokemon. It's like, very game showy. Listen. So, the thing is, right, we need to do a system where people get to pick the Pokemon in an order. It would be pretty boring to just go, number 1 to number whatever, 50, and just people go in order. It could also make people fight a little bit between each other. We keep the suspense up until the end. So all you need to do is you need to qualify for like a tier. Like places 1 to 8, get into tier A, 9 to 16, tier B, and so on and so on. Within these tiers, tier A goes first. Within these tiers, we do something like a wheel spin, and that determines the order in which you get to pick your permanent Pokemon partner. And we say permanent Pokemon partner because this event is supposed to, assign you to that Pokemon, and once you have it, you shouldn't really lose it. So for those of you that really have a favorite Pokemon in Generation 1, this whole thing's gonna be important to you. Because after this event, it's gonna be very hard to get your favorite Pokemon, right? And there's also a very nice draft graphic down there with a Squirtle on top that I totally did not steal from the NFL. So, this is the basic principle explained. Thank you very much. Those of you curious about the FAQs, questions we already received, or questions, this animation was double. Questions we either have already received or questions we just anticipate we might receive, I want to address here. So, again, this is just going over the details now if you're curious about them. So, details. How do I even qualify for the draft? You may wonder. Again, it's very easy. All you gotta do is watch streams. Literally, simple as that. You don't need to sign a form. You don't need to register anywhere. It's automatic. We have a bot in chat that sees who is there. Automatically gives you points for subbing and cheering and everything. You just gotta be there. That's literally it. How many people qualify for the draft? At the moment, we are looking at 64, like top 64 entering the draft. We hope that is a middle ground, where we capture enough people that, we want to reward enough regular viewers, while at the same time keeping it a little challenge to get in. It's boring. Guys, this whole thing is a bit of a game, right? A game is boring if everybody wins. So we might adjust this. Right, if I realize, oh my god, there's like so many viewers up until place 100, all of them deserve, a pick that is, permanent. We extend this to top 100. We might even reduce it. I really don't know how big the community is. No one counts this, right? So let's see. We will let you know on time so you can brace yourselves. How do you get the points? If you want to know the maths, right? The algorithm below all of this, we're going to share that on Discord. We're transparent. Is it enough to just lurk? I cannot stress this enough. Yes. Right? So my idea of this whole system was to acknowledge lurkers, to show you guys this is appreciated if you put on the stream in the background and, you know, just like listen. I love the chats. I'm here for the chats. But, you know, lurks should be appreciated, and this whole system kind of revolves around this. Do you get points for chatting a lot? A quick answer, no, because we cannot track it. What happens if I don't qualify? That might be interesting to some of you. After draft day, you know, all undrafted and unprotected Pokemon. Unprotected is the ones that you know, the guys that already have one that protect them and keep them. All undrafted and unprotected Pokemon get released. All of them. So that means no matter if you already owned one, or you never even had one to start with because you're quite new to the community, after draft day, everyone who wasn't in the draft starts with an unknown. This is like the random letter Pokemon that maybe some of you have seen before. However, that doesn't mean you're screwed. That does only mean that you will get a chance to again roll for a random Pokemon, similar to what we did 2 years ago. So all the remaining Pokemon, you know, 151 minus 64 minus the one that remain protected, those you can try to get randomly with like a dice roll. And we're gonna do that until all first generation Pokemon are taken. So that is gonna be 146. Why not 151? Because there's 5 legendary Pokemon that we exclude. More on that on the next page. If all partners are assigned on draft day, what if I cannot attend this particular stream? Don't worry about that, right? So, of course, it's gonna be a fun stream, but not everybody can be there. So what you can do is you can just tell someone else to decide on behalf of you, or you give us a list of your priorities so we know what you would want to take were you there. Why is this important? Because if your favorite is Pikachu, but your draft pick is 47, there's a good chance that by place 47, Pikachu's already gone. Then what are we supposed to do? You gotta tell us, right? So give us your number 1 priority, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, you know, just to make sure that your vote is represented. Because it's gonna be a live show, right? It's gonna be a live show, but unlike a TV live show, not everybody can be there, obviously. How does the protection work? It's obviously super easy, no bureaucracy. You just react with an emote to a Discord post that we're gonna post, which says, yes, I want to keep. Or you just tell me on stream when we talk about it. However, attention. If you decide to do that, I briefly mentioned it before, you're basically out of this whole thing, right? So you cannot join in the draft. You cannot join in the random rerolls. You keep your Pokemon, but you're not part of like the fun activities that we're gonna do, right? You play it safe, but you also don't have a chance for anything new. But it's absolutely fine. If you love your Pokemon, if your Pokemon is Eevee and you just love it, hi Silver, you can keep it. What is happening with the legendaries? So we don't assign them from the start, right? It felt wrong actually that we did 2 years ago. So now we give them a special status. They are only gonna appear on particular streams, particular events. Just like the spin-off games, you know, just like the TV show, they don't show themselves often, and catching them is an achievement, right? So you can only do that if something special happens. What I can think of, you know, you win a community game, you solve something like a puzzle, we hold a competition and you're doing well. You do something that exceptionally contributes, you know, to the community. Something like this. I have a few ideas. This could be really fun. There was a question, which is not an FAQ. What happens if I catch it, do I have to release my current partner? Yes, unfortunately, because question number 10, you see it there, you cannot have 2 Pokemon. If you are the owner of one of the legendaries at the moment, this impacts 5 of you. You're gonna have to give it up. However, to compensate for that, we're gonna give you a little bonus in the leaderboard, so you are not disadvantaged, right? So this we cannot really change, but yeah, we got to get them free. Can I swap my Pokemon when future generations are released, right? So once everyone has a Pokemon, they will come where we're gonna need to open Generation 2. When that happens, we're gonna do something similar again, where you're gonna somehow get the chance to get a Generation 2 Pokemon. This could be interesting for those of you that miss out on your favorite on draft day number 1. Because if someone releases their Generation 1 Pokemon for a Generation 2 Pokemon, the Generation 1 Pokemon becomes free, and maybe then you can get it, right? This is probably the only way a obtained Generation 1 Pokemon can change the owner. Second option, which is not really the preferred one, is that you can also lose your Pokemon partner if you stay away from the stream forever. You know, if you abandon your Pokemon, we might give it a new home. Don't worry about that though. We're only gonna do that if you're like really gone forever. I put something there like more than 9 months, you know, without being seen on either the stream, any kind of social media, because, you know, some of you interact on Instagram, Discord, YouTube, you have trouble making the stream because of time zones, you still support the stream. We're gonna protect you. But if you're literally gone everywhere, we might have trouble, you know, justifying that you still kind of like have a Pokemon and others don't. The last slide. I do not really care about Pokemon. How does all of this impact me? This video is now 17 minutes long. If you made it so far, this is probably not impacting you. Because that means you at least show a bit of an interest in this whole thing. And this takes us to question number 14. But if you're still wondering what the hell is all about, this is all about, are we only gonna do stuff like that? No. For the record, this does not change the content of the stream. It's still gonna be 90% or even more piano music / me talking. It's just, you know, a fun event to bring the community closer together. We can get excited about something. We can work towards something. We can have special streams, right? This is all it is. This is all it is. It's just, you know, the little cherry on top, a little extra on what we already do. And those of you that made it here, but don't know much about Pokemon yet, you know, I really, really appreciate you. Seriously, thank you so much, you know, for making the effort of wanting to understand it, wanting to be part of this. This is really kind of you. So what we're doing, we're signing Pokemon. There's 151. You don't need to know all of them. If you want to get to know them, we will share links. We will share graphics that make it easy for you and accessible, right? So you can do a bit of research yourself. You can just like look at the pictures and just like literally pick one that looks cute to you and be like, oh yeah, I want to be this one, right? It's just, you know, before the draft day, you should kind of have an idea which ones you find cute. That's it. And if you have questions around anything Pokemon related, just let us know. Me and the others, you know, would love to tell you more. And whenever you see this video, and maybe it's not the day I post this, but a few days later, and you're like, crap, I missed all of this. Is it too late now? No, it's not. This is just the beginning. This whole thing is just the beginning, right? So yes, there's gonna be the draft event, end of November, early December. You may still have a chance to get in, even if you just start, you know, contributing, joining the streams right now. Even if you don't, there's gonna be the random assignments after this. There's gonna be the future generations released after this. There's gonna be the legendary events after this. There's gonna be so much more to come, right? Even if you watch this video only in 3 weeks from now, it's still only the beginning of this journey. That was very poetic. I guess with that, I should probably wrap it up, because I can't, you know, sum it up better. This Eve is really heavy if you just like hold it forever. Thank you guys for watching this. I'm really looking forward to the whole thing. Like I said, I think it's a fun thing that brings the community together. I'm excited for it. I'm excited to see where it goes. And I see you all on the next stream. Everyone collecting points. Draft lottery coming soon. Let's go. Thank you.